All right, so we want to find the Cartesian equation of the plane that contains these two lines. So normally what we'd do is we would cross multiply the two direction vectors to give us the normal vector. But in this case, what we notice is that the two direction vectors are parallel. If I multiply this by 2, I get this one. And when you have two parallel direction vectors, if you cross multiply them, you just get 0, which makes it impossible to find the equation of the plane by cross multiplying these two. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take the first direction vector as our first one. And for the second direction vector, we are going to subtract these 2 points over here. And that will give us our second direction vector that we can use for the normal vector. 7 minus 3 is 4, negative 1 minus negative 4, that's negative 1 plus 4, which is 3, and 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So now that we have our two direction vectors, we can just cross multiply them to get our normal vector. So 1, negative 3, negative 5 times 4, 3, negative 1. So if we do our cross multiplication here, for my x, it's negative 3 times negative 1 minus, so this times this minus that times that, negative 5 times 3. We put a negative for our y coordinate, and I have 1 times negative 1 minus negative 5 times 4. And for z vector, we have 1 times 3 minus 4 times negative 3. Let's calculate our normal vector. So this is just 3 plus 8. The next one is negative 1 plus 20. The last one is 3 plus 12. Just double check that. 1 times, oh, I have a tiny mistake. No, negative 3 times negative 1. Yeah, that's good. So although 5 times 3 is not 8, that's actually 15. Okay, so 3 plus 15 is just 18. Negative 1 plus 20 is 19, so this is negative 19. 3 plus 12 is 15. So this is our normal vector. We can go to our Cartesian equation now. Remember, these are my A, B, and C values. 18x minus 19y plus 15z plus d equals to 0. And so in my point for x, y, z, it doesn't matter which point I use. I'll just use the first one, 3, negative 4, 1. 3, negative 4, 1. I'll calculate this all with my calculator. I get my d value, 145 plus d equals to 0. So d is just negative 145. And now I can rewrite my equation, 18x minus 19y plus 15z minus 145 equals to 0. And this is the Cartesian equation on the plane.